Party lights in the hot tub. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Yeah, it is absolutely fucking disgusting. I brought an external speaker out here to hook up to my phone if I need to. Ooh, that was hot. Oh, it is hot. Good evening, happy Saturday nights. Welcome to Hookah and Hottubs. Yeah, like I was saying before the show started, I don't know if this is officially the start. I don't know how this works. Editing will decide later. It is pouring down fucking rain. I have an extra speaker to hook up out here because from what I've heard, you guys can generally hear me when it's pouring. The problem is I can't hear my guests. There's a little roof structure over my hot tub, and when the rain hits that really hard, it is deafening. And then thankfully you guys can still hear me, but I start to lose a little bit of everything. So let me go ahead and make sure the hookah is going. Oh, hell yeah, that is nice. Okay. Find my cup holder. Where'd my cup holder go? There it is. There she is. You guys know I read an article a while back. That is my favorite pickup line on any dating platform ever. There she is. It's so confusing. It oftentimes warrants second response. If you just start off first conversation, message a pretty lady on a dating site and just say, there she is. It's hilariously weird. Sometimes hilariously weird gets someone's attention, so it's my dating tip of the night. Anyways, tonight I'm drinking something someone left over here. I think Nubu brought me these. Ice spiked hard seltzers. Hope you guys are having a drink. It is a start to a new year, so cheers everybody to that. It's been a weird one. I mean, the year. I actually have to go into work tomorrow morning, which is fucking weird. I'm not a fan of working Sunday morning at 6 a.m., so fuck off to that. So I'm not going to be up till midnight now like I normally would be on a Saturday night, which is a little bit heartbreaking. So I guess, really, the strategy would be to just go ahead and bring on my guests so we can start talking and doing our thing. Right? Right. Well, thank you everybody who's here so far. Tonight, along with a new year, we have a... Patrick just asked, how successful is alignment? I've never tried it personally. I've only ever used it in person, which is just as humorous. But I've seen... there was an article on the internet where someone tried a social experiment where they just started off messaging 100 different girls that line and seeing how many responses they got. And it was oddly successful, so I don't know. I don't think you got any actual dates out of it. People will at least engage you if you weird them out that much, like in a non-super creepy way, but they want to know what you mean, so they question it. Scarface asked if I'm working a full day tomorrow, and yes, I should be working a full 12-hour shift tomorrow. I have a 60-hour work week upcoming that I'm not super excited about, so yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, it's a new year, and we're doing something new for Hookah and Hottubs. We have two guests tonight coming on simultaneously from the same place. Two members of the Mare Serene pirate crew. I don't think they're pirates. They're above pirates. They're courtesans, actually. The Mare Serene crew. They are here tonight to be my lovely ladies who are going to entertain me and tell stories of whatever the fuck they have to talk about. Hopefully it's something more interesting than what I have to talk about. So they have very long, fancy titles, and I would love to tell you that I can remember all of them, but I didn't bring my paper outside because it's so fucking wet. So I'm going to do my best to not butcher their names. So let me go ahead and, while they're logging in, I am going to welcome, let's see, we have Serafina Crisian. That's the easy one. And joining her is Comtess Tatiana Persephone Rialta. I think I missed one. It's a lot of words. Otherwise known as Dani and Tasha. So let's put them on here and have them score my pronunciation of their titles. Persephone, something, yeah, there's a few of those in there, Tasha. So you're going to have to tell me how at least close I got. Because I think without writing it down, I got somewhere. You have an entire beautiful crew full of girls who are going to fight me next chance I get. Let's see. Oh. Dani is loading up. Dani and Tasha stage, two of them. Well, it was going. No, we'll give them a second to load the feed up. I was so hoping maybe that $2,000 in this check, and that would have been. Let's try inviting him again. So they were dropped. If I picked up a $2,000 stimulus check instead of a $600 one, instead of just buying a couple of Mario Kart races, I would have bought a brand new laptop, which I could do this whole setup from, which would be fucking delightful. I talked a little last time about Skype calling people in and streaming this whole thing on Twitch. I'd have actually a microphone, the camera out here, and I've got a lighting rig. Okay, all right, let's try adding Dani again. I forgot to turn on my light. See me a little bit better.
Hey! See if it's gonna let me go sideways.
The sideways is good.
It's so dumb! It's so dumb! Okay, Tasha's going pee, because she couldn't go! Well, you stuck with me right now.
Fantastic. Well, that means Tasha can't forget me. Because, so I got you guys might need to turn me down.
You hear background? I might have to put my headphones in.
I can hear.
Hang on.
Hopefully it doesn't. I don't know. It's really going. Weird. Let's go a second. Dani's gonna plug in her headphones. Hopefully that comes back around. You guys hear me a little better now? Dani has headphones plugged in.
Oh, is it? How is mine? I mean, not that you need to hear me?
Dani good? I can hear Dani now. Let's go to Alphonse's garble. That's a bummer.
Oh.
There it is.
I am crystal clear and you are gobbledygook.
Okay. Scarvis is good now. Patchery, is it better on your end? Hopefully things have changed out.
Okay.
Scarvis says both are good. Let's go ahead and trust Scarface. And Patrick says both are good. Okay. So Facebook's need a moment to figure itself out. You and Tasha will have to put your heads really close to each other and stick your earphones into each other's faces.
That's fine. We've been closer than that.
There you go.
Like, what is going on in there?
It's none of your business! I didn't interrupt your podcast. Sorry, Cameron's all like, what are you guys doing in there?
Like, he's not.
You got your turn, sir!
Yes, Cameron should be watching. He's got
He's nerding out with friends.
Okay. Cameron's got his admiral, his partner, and his sister all on the show, and he's gonna ignore us. That's harsh.
No, I'm done with these people. I don't want to see them.
Thanks, Cameron. He's not on the show, so it doesn't matter. I get that. All right. I'll bring him back.
Quarantine, people. We've had quarantine.
Yeah. All right. So like things are going better. Now we're just waiting for Comtess Tatiana, Persephone, Galta.
Yeah, I see what you've done. No, so she decided to do some makeup. And it didn't go so good. So now she's cleaning it all up. I'm going to do like a personal narrative of everything that's happening. She's all like, "Shut your whore mouth." Shut your hoe mouth.
Right. We'll start with you, Dani, and we'll move to Tasha whenever Her Highness is ready.
Right. When the Comtess is available, she'll grace us with her presence.
Hey, Cameron taught me when I was queen that I gotta show up when I wanted, not when other people wanted me.
I'm queen. I showed up when I wanted. I guess that's fair.
There you go.
When you wanted.
Dani, how are you?
We're great. We're doing a different kind of hookah. Sure, hookah.
You guys are smoking your own type of pipe over there?
Yeah.
Sure am. Yeah,
yes,
right.
Yes. It's still from Sean, if that helps at all.
Yeah. This one actually isn't Sean. I don't want to leave Sean outside. terrifying and raining out here.
Actually, I'm kind of glad
from Sean's actually.
the hot tub didn't work out because of this rain.
Oh, well, I mean, it was under a floor.
Yes. Well, Dani, how was your New Year's? I mean, I know you can't have done anything too super exciting. But,
it was real chill.
Yeah.
And I made sure that I was under the influence of as many things as I could be under.
It's good.
So.
Yeah, I had Beth over for the weekend, and we had outdoor gathering with Lakir, Nubu, and Trin. We had a little free-person
nice
outside, out in the covered area behind the house. We had a very small little thing, social distance. We played beer pong, which keeps two people 6 feet apart from each other. So.
Hey, it's forced. It's like forced quarantine or forced distancing there.
Beer pong, Harbor Mist, like we were 17-year-olds. That's how you do it.
With a 17-year-old? Wait, who?
No, like we were 17. Well, here's kind of
oh.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, there was nobody who was 17. Nobody was 17, Tasha.
No, nobody was 17.
I forget she's only hearing half this conversation because, you know.
You're wearing headphones?
I'm wearing headphones.
Yeah, great. No, no, it was nice that, just a couple little small people. I mean, we drank like there was a 10-person party, I'll tell you that much. So that was nice.
Oh, good.
So much easier in the fucking car.
Yeah. Champagne, beer, cider, seltzer, wine-based cocktails, a little bit of everything. It was pretty bad.
Lots of frou-frou drinks.
Yeah, well, we drink like 17-year-old girls, to be honest.
Yes.
I will grab it.
It is in the...
Kind of have to.
You're just leaving me vamping here.
I'm bringing back
Fine. She's going to bring back booze, though, so that's helpful.
Oh, yeah. You two were supposed to be in a hot tub tonight. What happened with that?
I wish I could explain. The hot tub belongs to a friend of a friend.
Okay.
Does not belong to them. The owner of said hot tub was fine, and then suddenly owner of said hot tub said, no, we're not fine.
Right, because they broke up with their girlfriend over...
Because they broke up with their girlfriend over the weekend and decided that nothing's fine and nobody should be at my house.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a bummer for them and everybody involved.
Ashery is telling you to get with it, by the way. The late girl's telling you to hurry up.
The audience is turning on you, Tatiana.
Yeah.
Calling you going, I'm 45 minutes away.
Or Ashery, sure, I'll do your next interview. It'll start at 10:45.
2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I still can't believe that you think Patrick would be more like...
Because I witnessed Katie be, like, on time 2 times.
Yeah.
I can't say the same for Ashery. I love her. I love her to death. I'm so happy. I think she does it on purpose because we're so excited to see her whenever she gets there. She's gonna kill me later. I know this. And she should.
I think that's the thing. I would vote Katie, and you would vote Patrick because Patrick is more likely to show up on time for me, apparently. Whereas Katie's more likely to show up on time for you.
I mean, so. I think that Dick Beard has the right of it as far as trying to get the 3 of them together. We would definitely win for sure because there's no way the 3 of them can get on the same page.
No. Which is like an amazing show.
I mean, she'll have to like I'm feeding my mouse. I'll be right out. Oh.
I would love to do an Amazing Race style reality show where it's like Katie, Patrick, and people all like.
All right. So Katie has made up for being Tasha has made up for being late by bringing booze.
Hey, Tasha.
Yay.
I see booze. I can see her yet. There we go.
So that's your right ear.
Okay.
So it's supposed to go in your right ear.
We are now graced by Comptus. Oh, she's not earphone in. Okay.
I can hear you now.
Tasha, can you hear us?
I can.
Hey.
Hey, that's a mighty fine hookah you have with you.
Right. Patrick bought this hose, actually.
So we get to say,
of course she got the
thanks,
hose.
Sean, for allowing us this moment.
We appreciate the things he left for us, yes.
Because Shisha Sean shall always be remembered.
Shisha Sean, yeah. I burnt through that shisha that I got from him because I could not keep using it. I became such a tobacco addict for like a month where I just kept like smoking the shisha in Sean's honor. And
he gave you like 14 different flavors.
Yeah, I think I have like 2 left.
Oh no, we'll have to drink all the liquor because we can't put the lid back on it now.
And
I can't believe
back around the time he passed, we were able to have small gatherings. So Nubu and Lakir and Hatchery and other people were able to come smoke with me. So I didn't smoke all of Sean's by myself. It was shared amongst friends.
I helped.
Yeah, we went to your place for cat ear craft night before the wake and used his hookah for like the second time ever.
I still find that funny that he bought that hookah for you and just
yeah, because it's the one where Alan's like, I didn't realize this hose was like 6 feet long. We could literally rotate it around the entire room, so we were like spinning Sean's hookah in the smoke room. Because it was me and him and Pashley watching Rocket Man.
Oh, right.
That's right, yeah. We'd gather around and smoke a lot of hookah and watch Rocket Man. That was my first time watching that. Fun movie.
Yeah.
So, you had a good
I can't say I was blown away by it.
Oh, that's right. He woo-girled. That's what you drank. Woo-girl stuff.
Woo-girls.
Cheers.
Woo-girls!
Man, we suck at cheersing.
We're still hungover, I think.
But yeah, cheers to Happy New Year's, girls.
I had a great New Year's.
Yeah?
So Sean's adopted brother, Brandon, who helped me plan his wake, he and his girlfriend invited me up. And so me and a friend went up to their place in Kirkland. And then in 48 hours, we drank 2 half gallons and a fifth of Jameson in 48 hours between 4 adults.
Damn. Okay.
I also...
They're all Irish.
Oh, yeah. So Brandon and I are like, we are to our core genetic alcoholics, so it's real easy.
She can drink as much as Cameron.
Good job.
Or more. Because I don't have the sugar issue he does. I just also know.
Yeah.
You don't have the beer issue.
Yeah, we drank a lot, but not that much. We were okay. We sobered up by the end of the night.
It's okay. Do I get to publicly shame you right now for what you did at the wake?
You can tell some of the stories because I had a blast. So pretzels at people.
No.
Pretzels?
No.
Nay, sir.
It started out way better because you practically begged me to play Fuck the Driver, and you're like, no, we need to play this game, Tasha. We already rode the bus.
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we had already played Ride the Bus, and like nobody had really lost. It wasn't even a lot of shots to do at the end. But Alan's like, no, we're gonna play Fuck the Driver. We're gonna play Fuck the Driver or Fuck the Dealer, whatever. Whatever. It's all because you're all on the same bus.
They're driving.
You're getting fucked on that bus. Pretty sure.
Okay, go on.
But so Alan is like, no, stay for the second game. Stay for the second game. You don't have to go and deal with stuff. Everything's calm. Like he is drunkenly telling me that I have time and can stay still and that I should play this drinking game. And I'm like, okay, fine. And Alan's like, but I'll drink too. Because you were drinking from that awfully, like, awkward-shaped bottle of yours.
Right. He made his own drink that tastes like ass. Because that's how Alan makes drinks for him. So, good for you, maybe?
You mean the bartender that we hired?
Well, I apologize then.
Because that was Jamie?
Well, yeah, so here's the story. Alan likes to make his own drinks.
Heavy.
No. They taste terrible on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
That's like when Cameron serves after 1:30 at a bar.
Actually, no. His drinks at a certain time, there's a window of like super good drinks where we're like, what did you do? I don't remember. Oh, good. We're never going to replicate this again. I'm going to drink this and enjoy it because we don't know what's going to happen next.
Right. He probably threw like a random Mexican soda in it, and that's why it's so amazing this time, and he has no memory of it.
Well, see, the thing is I used to make great drinks. So I was a bartender, so people were like, oh, Alan must make great drinks, and everybody wanted to pour some of my drink into their cup. And I went through my drinks so fucking fast, I started making garbage drinks, so no one wanted to share with me. And my drink lasted so much longer that way.
Mm-hmm. Notice it did not stop Cameron from drinking all your drink anyway, and then really regretting it later.
I know.
So at the wake,
Oh, yes.
So at the
We're
wake,
not done with you.
Alan, in your epic moment of utter failure when I made you drink 32 drinks in a row.
Yeah, I got fucked as a dealer.
I
Really
literally
fucked.
called the last card 4 times in a row on Alan's turn.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy. He's like, this is not possible. Like, he was
All I
freaking out.
remember was him throwing shit.
I got ruined, yeah.
Sam and Gwen were offering to drink some of his drinks. Cam Pridemore was offering to drink some of his drinks.
Cam was gonna save you.
Right? Katie was like, no, he earned it.
I took him like a champ.
Yeah, Katie Cat was like, no, this is what you get. Like, super straight faced him. However, after taking 32 drinks off of his giant fucking bottle, he then realized that maybe that was too drunk. So he decided that he needed to eat. So he goes out to the car and he grabs cold fucking bacon from his car because he's keto.
So it was his personal effing bacon?
Yes, it was his personal
I didn't know where
bacon
he got
stash.
The bacon from.
No. So
that bacon that Pastor
he brought
cooked
it
with love. He decided to waste it on the floor?
No. This was like a marketplace. It was a deli bacon because it was cold and greasy. But Alan, in his drunken amazingness for partying, decided that he needed to share this bacon and
with the floor.
No. He was trying to get people to eat it and hand it to them, and he was throwing it, and it was missing them and hitting the floor. And then he slipped in the grease, and so he decided to soak up the grease by throwing goldfish on the floor and crushing them.
And wheat thins. I saw wheat thins. I swept that for you, by the way.
Oh yeah, Cameron and I mopped it twice.
I was drunk as fuck and really, really stoned, and all I was saying was, you need to do your jobby job and do a sweepy sweep. Like 15 times in a row.
Alan tried to take Morgan's jacket when he left the wake like 4 times.
They have the same jacket.
Right, but Alan was wearing his pea coat when he showed up.
Oops.
Like, he was not wearing a high-waisted leather jacket.
Oops.
But he did vomit in the street in front of the hall by spinning around in a circle like a cat.
Alan did?
Oh yeah, like
he did?
No, so Alan,
you like a cat?
You seriously walked through the parking lot to the street light. You circled around your own tail for like 4 or 5 times. Pashery and I are standing by the door, and we're like, is that Alan? I think that's Alan, because it almost looked like Morgan from Far, Far Away, thinking like maybe he just needed a moment. No. Alan like leaned on the pole and goes, bleh! And we're like, well, at least he's getting it up.
That's so much better place to puke than your hands, at least, by the way.
Hey, Cameron puked in my hand because he couldn't make it to the trash can and he needed a receptacle.
Couldn't use his own hand.
Right. And not unlike his first Sea Dogs, when he grabbed my hand and spit clamshells into it, and he goes, oh my God, Tasha, did you know that clams come in clamshells? Like, he literally, like...
I said that while we were eating clam chowder. Yeah. That was funny.
Yeah, he literally chewed up full clamshells, got the clam out of it, and then spit the clamshell into my hand on his first Sea Dog. Clam claps.
Wow.
I'm a dick.
And then the visual is here.
Yeah.
He's glaring at us now.
I know. He's like maybe.
Sorry.
He's like, maybe I didn't want you to here.
That's the.
That was. I mean, I wouldn't say it was a good night, but it was a rowdy, fun night. We made the best of a night.
We enjoyed each other's company. That was. There's a lot of good that actually went on that night. So.
I didn't move the laptop, the live stream, back to the drinking game. Like, I left it in the main hall.
Oh, you were supposed to bring it back there for all the games and stuff on the tables. They would have watched you throw bacon.
In the back hall, I left the laptop plugged in.
You were the one that threw the pistachios on the floor, Scarface?
Yeah.
I've got a bone to pick with you, too, then.
Well, so I think the wheat thing started when...
The truth of that freaking hot mess. That's why I was there till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Cameron and I were picking up that star glitter until 5:30 from the floor because we had to. Because I throw the best 6th grade Halloween prom ever for someone's funeral.
That's true.
Like, you will never get a better one. You will never get a 6th grade Halloween themed prom.
The only thing that we should have tied off the ceiling were bobbing for apples.
Or the donut one, so it looks like something terrible happened. So have you ever played the Halloween game, like when you do like haunted houses or funny games where you eat the powdered donut hanging from a string?
No.
Yeah, that's a Halloween game.
So it's a Halloween game, and my parents played it all the time. It was the only time we ever got powdered sugar donuts because my mom had 9 kids and she did not want that much of a mess.
So yeah, you
That's
actually
fair.
just
Those are
tie
good
them on a
lucky
string,
stuff.
hang them from the ceiling, and you have to try to eat it, and the first one
Without
done
using
wins.
your hands.
Oh, that's okay.
But
It's opposite of bobbing for, anything.
try to eat a powdered donut without looking like a drug addict if you can't use your hands. Because
It's not a thing.
Yeah, no. When you have powder up in your eyelid or
Full on
something,
Dave Chappelle.
right? Like a
There's so many
full-on
combos.
Cat Williams Pimp Chronicles, like half his face is covered in powder.
Yeah.
He's sweating it out the other side.
Yep. I'm feeding my 9-year-old kids drugs, everyone. Hashtag best parent ever.
I adore your mom. She is delightful. Yep.
My mom is the best grandma.
cat mom.
She's the best postmenopausal grandma ever. She was a very intense mom.
I believe it. I'm making up for last time.
So here's the thing, is that my mom absolutely loved all of her children.
Yes.
However,
still does.
she still has 9 of us. That's a lot.
That's a lot of love.
That's a lot of love on the border of hate and murder.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean.
And I tell people now, I was like, you guys, Cameron, me, Charlie, we ran my mom through the paces. Like, the first 4 kids of hers, by the time she got to, like, Tess and Shawnee and Morgan and everything like that, she's like, you guys can literally not do anything different or magically awful that I haven't already experienced.
I'm just too tired.
Right?
I'm glad your mom had a lot of kids. One of those kids got me a job recently, so it's benefited me in multiple ways.
That one.
A bunch of kids worked together to get you that job.
That's true.
I think at least 2, yeah.
So village.
So I told you to go contact my brother Shawnee, and Danny referenced for you, and Cameron
referenced. I just told him what to write.
Right. So it was like Danny, me, Cameron, and Shawnee getting you a job, and you love that job.
I work with
comparatively,
so I know how you work. So I said, no, that guy will be there every day.
It's a rough job, but I'm liking it so far.
Well, I mean, is it better than where you were?
It's rough.
So you don't have any like douchebag bosses that yell at you for no reason, right?
No, nope. None of the bosses have called me any homophobic or ableist slurs yet, so I'm pretty happy about that. It's a nice step up.
Wow.
Yeah, Shawnee was saying it's a lot of nerds, so he's like, I play D&D with 90% of my coworkers. I'm like,
oh, nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time.
I'm getting to know people slightly, little by little. There's some interesting characters there. But yeah.
Cool. So.
I really can't argue with the pace. That makes that much.
But I like helping friends succeed in life.
I appreciate that. It worked out for me. So, Tasha, I mean to ask you, did you hear how badly I butchered your name when I introduced you?
Oh my gosh, no, not nearly as funny as the first time Cameron tried to say my full name when he was listing me as consort at Crown. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, he's like, there are initials, and it's some sort of crazy, not French courtesan name, and like stumbled, and he's like, no, my sister Tasha.
So, first of all, your name has a little bit of Italian in it. Your name has a little bit of old pool hall in it. Your name, because the Rialta is a pool hall.
Well, right, because, I mean...
I guess the Rialta, that's like a hotel, right? I don't know.
I have no idea.
So, Rialta is like a realtor
Melissa's
site,
baby's
too.
name in there now.
Hey, I had that name way before Melissa's baby.
That is fair. However, it's there.
I love that baby's name.
I love the baby.
Also, the baby is.
Oh, yeah, Persephone, right, yeah.
She's got all personality, so I guess maybe it is Tasha's kid.
So, maybe when I punched Davis in the jaw a couple of years ago, it just stuck inside him, so it was all my baby.
Shoved all the way down.
Yeah, right. My DNA from dislocating Davis's jaw at an event one time got into his body, and I impregnated his wife. That's exactly how this goes.
I don't know.
I'm certain that sounds like me right there.
Well, I mean,
real.
I had to have like a coming to Jesus moment because last night my friend goes, "How many people have you gotten drunk and peed on?" I was like, willingly, voluntarily, like
Dusty
excitedly.
has a higher number than you do.
Oh yeah, Dusty has a way higher number than me, but intentionally peeing on like so many people, I was like,
let's talk about
shit.
places you intentionally pee.
On Andros's bed.
Oh,
with
no.
Andros in it.
That's right. We did pee in the Widow Scourge's fire pit once.
Yeah, you guys all peed in the fire pit. Dusty and I climbed into Andros's bed and
I
peed
just
in
watch
the
and
bed.
laugh.
Yeah, Dusty
Why?
and I are not because we told him to correct his definition of courtesans, and he was like, "No, I know I'm right." And we're like, "We've been educating ourselves in this topic for 20 years. Stop spreading false information." And he was like, "No, I don't think I have it wrong." And Dusty and I were like, "No, if you don't stop, we're gonna pee on you." And then he disappeared that Friday night, and so we hunted him down on the Widow Scourge in his tent with Ziggler sleeping on the floor.
Also, the Widow Scourge kidnapped Melissa or Ariane. So,
Right.
and they said that, and they gave the ransom note to Davis, and then Davis comes running to us like, "What do I do?" And we're like, "Really?"
That's why you don't fuck with the whores next door.
Nope.
That is,
So,
you will get beat on if
the
you fuck with
requirement to get Melissa back was his semen had to be present somehow, and it had to be signed by our captain. So we're like, well, I'm not gonna work on the first part in any way, shape, or form. And Dusty's like, we can fake this. Somebody get me some conditioner.
Oh man, she literally made little teeny tiny like loops
So no,
and
she put
shit
it on.
in.
She squirted it onto like a T-shirt, and then she gives it. And Davis was the Widow Scourge's, not Davis, but Craig was the Widow Scourge's attorney. And so he's like, so all she did was put a big, huge X all over the document that they gave us, the ransom note, just this big old X. And he's like, I don't think I can accept that. She's like, you're going to have to, motherfucker. I'm illiterate. And he was like, okay, I accept.
Well,
All right.
So,
you know how many of my podcasts have been about pee now? It's starting to become a thing.
Okay, so it's going to have to be your Hookahs, Hottubs, and pee.
Yeah. Thanks, girls, for putting the pee in my hot tub show.
hey,
have you peed in it yet?
we are a generous people. We would never want you to feel unshared with.
I hope no one ever pees in the hot tub.
It's no, that would not go well.
Also, I don't think I've ever peed in a pool or a hot tub.
Maybe a pool, definitely not a hot tub.
Well, I mean, I was allergic to ammonia, so I didn't really pee except for in a toilet.
Lakes and rivers, absolute 100%. Ocean for sure.
Rivers are fine.
Fish, those are like moving freshwater, not in a pool.
I mean, if the fish get to pee in it, why can't I?
Fish fuck in there. We can pee in there. It's perfectly fine.
That's worse.
Anything fish fucking is not clean to start with.
And then we eat infected fish. Gross.
God, all right. I was just editing last week's show, Dani, and I was listening to
you're gonna have like 5 minutes worth of talk on here. Gotta edit the whole thing.
There's like 10 minutes of yelling at you. I think about pooping in a hot tub, and the blooping comment. I didn't remember myself what blooping.
Oh, the blooping. Because somebody said no. Somebody said, "Oh no, you blooped again." It was Patrick. He's like, "Oh my God, you're blooping," and I'm like, "That sounds like pooping in a tub." That's the sound that it would make, right? Yes. Okay.
I wouldn't know, but yeah. I'm glad you got to come
high. To be fair, I was very, very high.
That's fair. To be fair. No.
To be fair. No.
You guys have you watched the most recent season of Letterkenny yet, by the way?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
I'm saving it for a day where I can't move.
It's short. It feels very short. I feel like I was done with it before I knew what was going on.
They always are. Yeah. Like, the last season was super short. Like, I was like, oh, and that's how it ends? I mean, do they begin with the ass beating? That's my question.
Yeah. Oh, and the problem with every season of Letterkenny is you get, like, 2 episodes that are just, like, 2 large parts that are just absolute gold. The rest of it's kind of hit and miss. Meh. So it's worth it for the really funny chunks, but it's not all super exciting.
Oh, they did less episodes, too, probably. Because it's usually between 8 and 12, and they only did 6.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was 8, but still, it was short. So, but
it's way short.
I still love it.
Well, we can get through it in a day. That's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. So anything else exciting going on in quarantine with you, too? Like, I haven't gotten to talk to either of you in a minute.
We did a photo shoot with the Mare Serene.
Yeah.
And we created this amazing outline of a calendar. Oh my gosh. It's a night through Courtesan Carnival.
Here's our deal.
We clearly cannot.
We clearly cannot do our event because our event is at least, it's not fun unless there's at least 50 people there. Although that's not true. We've had fun with just 12 of us there. So, but that's an awful lot of space for just the 12 of us. So we can't do our 75 person event.
Courtesan Carnival, if you guys haven't been to it, it's a usually mid-February event that is 75 to 100 people, right?
You have to warm up to courtesans, not, people who go.
Yeah. I learned that lesson.
Lesson learned.
It's an invite-only, intimate 100-person event, usually about.
Including the crew.
It's the last overnight event that happened before, last weekend-long event that happened before COVID.
The end of February.
Yeah, that one and the All Thing was the week later.
That was just a night.
It was an overnight.
The last full on.
But yeah, you were there for 4 days, from Thursday to Thursday set up until Monday morning pack out. We're there for 4 days. We even lost power last year, which was fun.
Yeah, I forgot all about it.
I love the school of logic that Cameron has. Okay, everybody get drunk so they can't kick us out.
Yes, that's called an Ulfing.
Now we call it Ulfing. Everybody do an Ulf. Because that's what happened at our beach weekend. We were really, really loud, and we were so loud that they were going to
kick us off
site.
Because
we were like, all right, everybody
curfew.
Drink a lot, because they can't, if we're all drunk, they can't make us leave.
Because we had 5 drivers.
Yeah.
So
we all drove ourselves.
So
we were like,
that is where we learned one important rule of 2020. If ever in doubt, just tell them it's because my husband died and it's what I need to grieve. So they were like, no, sir, we're making fake orgasm signs.
Please explain to them how you're a wife.
Oh, I forgot to tell everybody. So Sean's parents were not awesome. That's going to be the way that I say it. He was not on good terms. I mean, he liked his stepdad. His mom he was willing to talk to and everything like that. But when Sean and I got together back in 2014, I was not dumb. And I made him write out a list of everything he wanted if he died. Because I honestly thought I'd get a call from a state trooper at someday. And he would be like, so maybe I was doing 120 on 35. I don't know. That call I always expected. Wow. But he had passed away and I had found him. And we went to go get him cremated so that way he could have his ashes mixed with glitter to be spread. And that one was also requested by him because he's a dick. And now I have glitter everywhere forever.
Glitter never goes away. Glitter
forever. Glitter is forever.
So what happened was that as we're trying to get him cremated, they're like, so we need the information on his dad. And his dad had already threatened his mom to come and take his body without her knowledge. So she was panicking because Sean's dad basically abandoned them, stole $30,000 from a court case that Sean had been hit by a car and took the money and ran. Awful. This dude was fucking awful. And so his mom was like, oh, no, we need to go do it now, and you can come pick me up, and I'll be at the funeral home with you and everything like that. Well, they get there. So we're sitting there, we're filling out all the paperwork. I have a moment where I lose my control over my emotions because they kept asking me what color his eyes were, and that was my trigger for a whole week.
Wow, yeah.
But what ended up happening is that the funeral home director who was with us, she looks at Sean's mom and she's like, so I need the information on his dad because we have to notify him in case there's any religious things because you're the next of kin. So then his dad is also the exact same status. And then she looks at me and she goes, unless you're married. You guys have been together 6 years, right? And I was like, yeah. She's like, so you're married? Because if you were married, then I'm not required by Washington state law to notify his dad. I was like, of course we were married. That's how I got married to Sean in a funeral home. after he was dead.
How goth of her.
Kudos.
I received my goth card for life for that.
Nice, yeah.
I think
So
it's funny
proud.
that the memory thing that I chose to buy for myself was a ring with his asses mixed in.
With his
Nice,
asses.
yeah.
His asses, his glitter asses.
Oh, hi,
miss
Glenn.
you
We
too,
missed you
Glenn.
too. Yeah. No, that wake was exactly what a lot of us needed right then and there. So I'm glad we
It was
got to do that.
bittersweet, actually.
Yeah. I have that glitter sitting on my bookshelf. I'm worried someone's gonna see it. I'm like, oh, I need some glitter. Like, no, don't touch my glitter.
No.
So I hadn't told you yet, but in the 48 hours that I spent New Year's Eve up in Kirkland, this morning I went and got a onesie out of my car at like 2 in the morning. When we went to go load the car with our stuff, it had been broken into, and all of the like I have the last of the little vials of ashes with glitter in them in the back, and I have his ashes because he travels with me in the car because like that's good car mojo. It was Sean.
Right.
But they pulled everything out of my glove box, including the death certificates.
Why was it in your Kia?
In my Rio.
Oh, the old one.
The new one got broken into while I was sitting in front of Brendan's house.
Are you shitting
I know.
me?
I know.
Sorry.
So
Like 3 days ago? Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I thought Kirkland was a good place to live. F that.
so nothing was taken, but like when my friend got into the car, she was like, "Yeah, there's like the ashes are all just like placed in your trunk. It's like weird." Because they pulled all the little vials out and just randomly moved them around my trunk. It was fucking weird.
That's fucking weird.
It wasn't Ari. Jesus Christ. No, she's just trying to steal Sean's birthday and his name. Sorry.
Brandy, it used to be. Well,
So
if
my
we never
friend,
hear from her again, I'm gonna ask you some questions, Brandy.
my friends are from like high school are watching too. So Sean, because Sean and I went to the same high school, so his adopted brother and his adopted sister, who I used to date, Deanie, in high school, they're both like trying to watch it and everything like that. So
Fair. Yeah. So yeah, so I was trying to get you guys earlier. Pitch. You guys are doing, since you can't do courses in Carnival. Tell everybody about the calendar.
Sorry, the ADD is strong.
Give us your sales pitch.
So what we're doing is we've decided to make a courtesan carnival calendar.
as in a weekend with the girls.
Each month is going to feature one of the contests or one of the
Activities.
like super important activities that happen during the course of the weekend. So there's a picture for the talent show contest. There's a picture for
Best breasts.
the best breasts arse, floppiest flop.
Floppiest flop.
Floppiest flop.
Because our photographer
Yeah,
our photographer couldn't remember floppiest flop, so she kept calling it the floppiest flop. Right.
I think you guys have to have a floppiest flop competition.
I mean, we'll get I guess if we get a pool of lube and they could just do like the belly flop contest, that'd work.
Oh.
But it was so funny.
They'll be drunk, they won't feel it.
Hey man, don't say that. I was shitty drunk the first time I judged the best arts competition, and Preston fucking made me pee my pants. Cause you
peed on Preston though, so revenge is sweet.
So he was like 6'2" or something. He's so much bigger than me. He's like
a little guy.
He's like more than a foot above me at this point. And he's so drunk and I'm so little that he thinks he has to lift me up from like my abdomen. And he literally grabbed my fucking uterus and bladder so hard like with his fingers, because his hands were so big, that he pushed all the pee out of me while I was in front of the entire
It's a good
night
thing we layer up real good.
Right? There's nothing like it.
You'll never know.
I love how many of the punchlines to your stories is, and then I peed on them.
And then we peed.
You get us drunk enough, we'll talk to you about how we pee on each other.
No, that's just a
That's
Dusty
a Dusty
and
and Dawn Marie. Grace's pee has coated Dawn Marie.
That is because Dawn Marie likes pee.
She likes not paying attention, so. But it's true. In fact, the Mirror Serene has peed on a lot of things. I don't know if many people know this, but my little sister Tess got married on my birthday at Pirates Wonder one year, and
And your aunt.
and my aunt got married on my birthday. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like
different
years, but they got married on my birthday weekend. On my birthday, so but the Mayor Serene was very frustrated that on my birthday my sister got married and then like couldn't handle me being like the autocrat of Pirate Splendor or anything, and like actively told me to go get uglier while I was in my courtesan garb for her wedding.
What, your sister said that?
Yes. She's like, could you just not look as nice? Because she was like 6 months pregnant with Drew at that point, and it was fucking cray cray. But, so Tess got married on my birthday. The Mayor Serene, in all of its intense glory, decided that the way to punish people for that was to pee on the stage she got married on, which we did for 3 years running until Ziegler got drunk with us.
Somebody invited Ziegler to our pee party.
Why?
It was loud.
And then Grace had to pee like a racehorse.
She's been waiting to pee. She's like, can we hurry up and do this? I really do honestly have to pee.
She peed
so you could hear her from like a half a field away, the fire hose of pee. So she's like just gushing, and so then Ziegler like started laughing, and then we got caught.
Right. And it's not like we're not all wearing full regalia doing this. So
that was also the same year that we had like freaking Battle Royal 2.0 because we were all fighting with each other and screaming at each other in the middle of the field.
That's the weekend that Pastry stood in the parking lot field of Pirate Splendor and told me that if I didn't leave Dennis, then I was setting myself up for nothing but failure and misery. And she screamed it at me, and I was like,
she was drunk.
Oh man, she was screaming at my face. That was the maddest I had ever seen Pastry up until that point.
Well, she was tired of you taking shit.
And
I'm proud of her for that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, that weekend, Dennis was at that event and had ditched all of us to go get laid in the woods. It was not a pretty moment for the Mayor Serene's respect.
Yeah, that's how you win good boyfriend award right there. Yeah.
But right,
Pastry.
But here's the thing: is that Pastry had never been mad at me before. She had just kind of not.
She didn't know you.
Right.
That's what you were screaming at each other. I don't even know you.
And she's like, well, I don't know you either. But if my husband ever talked to me the way that Dennis talked to you, I'd leave him, and I have kids with him. And I was like, you're fucking kidding me. You would leave your husband of how many years if he did something stupid at an event or something?
Year 2019.
Oh, in fairness, I warned him before I did that. I said, if you sleep with her, I will leave you. And I moved out of Dennis's tent in the middle of Sea Dogs 2014, and that's how Dennis and I broke up.
Yeah. Well done.
Hey,
well,
when whores give you ultimatums of don't sleep with this one chick, but the rest of the 3,000 people at the site you're allowed to, there be consequences.
There be consequences.
You are asking for trouble, yeah.
And then the year later was when I left my husband, and I was gonna watch all the pawn stuff in the shop while court was happening, but he decided to make an I Want You Back Tasha cake.
Desperation cake.
Desperation cake for Tasha
for my birthday.
He tried to present it to you in the middle of court, and your aunt was not having it.
Like, he made a whole cake in shapes and stuff, and then he coated it in fruit and whipped topping because I don't like frosting.
It was like a freaking like.
It literally looked like a fruit
hill.
waterfall.
It was like.
Oh, I wish that was still on Facebook, but I deleted all of his desperation cake posts.
I mean.
That's fair, yeah.
Never mind, I'm shutting up.
I mean, Pirate's Blunder is like a big thing for the Mayor Serene for a long time because
it's been it used to be our girl only event.
Right.
That went to the wayside.
So
Pirate's had a valid
Pirate's Splendor was the event that Dusty put me in the garbage can in front of my mom.
No, we helped on that, yeah. But we showered you. We all
No, that's the cake.
Oh, yeah.
So the first year that Dusty was there, she, in front of my mom, put me in a trash can.
I bet your mom laughed her ass off.
Oh my God, my mom was laughing so hard and Deanie was laughing so hard they were practically peeing themselves.
Yeah, well.
Your mom's
and Dusty's like.
I think pee is always the revenge for laughing at somebody else.
But
I think they should pee themselves.
So I've been put in a trash can by my best friends. I have drank until I can't move. I have.
Katie witnessed that.
Yeah. It was most definitely an interesting event when I think it was 2013 was when they put me in a cake at Pirate's Splendor
That was my first plunder, and I watched them pick you up and dump you in a big ass cake.
Yeah. So into a big ass cake on my birthday, and it was like the first cake that I'd ever received that was homemade and not still in the pan. And And I had 6 men pick me up and throw me face first into this giant fucking cake.
Nice.
And then I had magic powers because I was already drunk to be able to not have a panic attack from being picked up and thrown in a cake. And I like grabbed the cake off my face. There's like pictures of me with like cake frosting all over my face and hands because I'm not trying to be a terrible person, but it almost looks like I intentionally blackfaced into this cake because I'm so white that it was like, oh my gosh.
Tasha, blackface is never okay.
No, but so I was sharing the love.
Intentional blackface.
So I don't know. Alan will probably understand this, that Cameron and I are equally clumsy in life.
You have to take a stance on that.
Yeah, so Cameron and I both clumsy, and basically I ran at top notch. I jumped up, spun in the air, smacked Cameron in the face with my hand covered in frosting, and kept running. Like, none of us know how I did that.
It wasn't even me.
Right? He just happened to be in the way.
So we've talked a bit about Chords and Carnival, a bit about Heart Splendor. If 2021 goes without a single event and 2022 comes around, you guys can only pick one. Would you guys do Chords and Carnival or Plunder? Is there one event of the year?
We'd have to do Chords and Carnival.
Yeah, if we could, we would.
That's our event, and we're responsible. And if we lose another year, we'll lose momentum, and people won't come.
Right.
I don't believe that'll happen if we have it in 2022, because that's going to be our 20-year anniversary, and we got plans.
Yeah.
Danny's punishing us for ever allowing her to choreograph anything.
I punish you every dance. What are you talking about? But this one, you're going to hate me.
She's making us do hip hop.
No. There's
going
to be a little bit of everything, but you don't do hip hop to that song.
I didn't know what song you picked. The River?
No.
Oh.
We're doing S&M by Rihanna.
Oh, that's right.
Are we hearing
that's all you get to know, though.
Ooh, all right.
Could you imagine the Mayor Serene like demonstrating S&M in that fucking
You don't
dance?
even understand what I'm going to do. Like, I have to make sure you can do the move before I teach you the move.
Ooh, so we have him recording, right? So I can totally just start asking for things from Alan because he's the admiral, right?
I guess. It depends. What are you going to ask for?
It's illegally binding.
I like that you were like, what do you want to ask for? He's like, oh, this sounds bad.
Why are you gonna cry? Yes, Pashery. The tears will happen for all of us.
So, actually, Dani and I were talking about the fact that one of the things that was really, really important to her was that Sean wanted to do Boylesque.
Yeah, we want him to do it for us. Plans were being made.
So
I was writing out dance moves.
Right. So we had an idea, but it has to be approved by the
I mean, Katie has
to also weigh in, but we thought it would be funny if I dressed as a boy, if I dressed as Sean with like even like a fake penis and everything, and I boylesque as a boy.
She has to do all of Sean's routines that he said he was gonna do.
Right.
Please, yes.
Because I sold him to you, so technically I owe that debt.
Yeah. Dude, I remember like with tears in my eyes, like laughing and crying at the wake and be like, you know, if Sean didn't want to do a fucking act, he'd have to go this far to get out of this. And it was just like, we wanted him to do it so badly.
Oh my god, he did. He showed everybody the Milkman song that he wanted to do.
That sounded like so much fun. I was excited for it.
Adorable.
So yeah, so Dani and I are gonna create a good set of like costumes and stuff like that, and we're gonna have me play Sean in all of his burlesques.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw a goatee on her face and all of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give you Jesus hair.
I know.
Maybe someday I'll cut off mine. I'll
I didn't show there.
Well, I mean, I felt real bad. I had to send a message to some people that I'm friends with and be like, so I'm not trying to push my opinions on you or judge you, but if you're around me for the next year, you cannot wear your hair down. So they're thin and they have long, slightly curly hair like him and like the same build. And I was like, no, I'll break. I'll fucking break.
You have to go over meow. I be over meow and you over meow.
I'll keep mine up in a man bun.
Oh no, it's so terrible. You keeping your hair in a man bun. Why don't you freak out and like just have to do that? I don't know. I'm a sarcastic dick.
That's fair. Yeah.
So anyway, calendars are $30, by the way.
If you guys want to post a link when they come up on the on my page,
I will do that.
Patrick,
get the word the fuck out there.
Or Pashery's listening, she can just immediately post it to this link right here.
I mean, there's a whole 7 people watching this, so that's 7 people to get the word out to.
Wait, is it 7 people including us?
You're one of the 2, probably.
I know that Brandy's watching it.
Oh yeah, Brandy's having a gay old time.
It's funny as shit.
Yeah. Give you the Hookah and Hottubs bump, and you'll sell hundreds of calendars in one day. Trust me. We're that influential.
It might. I don't know. You have a lot of friends.
You have a lot of viewing after for your other episodes. The after viewing, you get a lot.
That's fair.
I do need a calendar this year.
I mean, I happen to know that there's at least one picture that nobody is expecting to be in there because we did all the getting ready lingerie pictures.
Oh right.
That are just extras.
Yeah. No, there's like.
When are these gonna be ready? It's 2021 now.
It is. It's already 2021.
Yeah, right.
Because 2020 lost.
Like.
Oh.
Anywho.
Oh.
It's probably gonna go from Courtesan Carnival to Courtesan Carnival, so they're gonna be ready like in February-ish, I'm guessing. We have to discuss.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, we're getting to the end of the hour. You girls got any final words to bring in 2021 with?
Make good choices.
No fancy New Year's resolutions. No nothing.
Resolutions. This is just like hopeful achievements is what I'm guessing that they should be.
I'm gonna get through 2021 without going to prison.
That's a lofty goal for you.
Right? Can you think of all the rage and anger I got buried inside me right now? It's possible that I could just plead insanity.
No white on white hate crimes, all right? I know you.
Oh, and it would be a white girl on white girl.
I know it will. And I don't want it because I'm going to be part of that. And I do have a bucket list to be sent to jail once. Drunk tank
rumble,
or something.
rumble in the
Brandon doesn't suggest
Cameron
that.
says it's not fun. Brandy, how was that? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Sean's brother Brandon, his girlfriend and him helps me.
Listening to you.
I don't give a shit. So she was helping me plan it. So that we were like on the phone at 2 a.m. for like 2 weeks straight when she just lost her shit because she had been keeping busy so long that she hadn't dealt with some of the grief and what it was doing and how it was making her feel and stuff because she hadn't really lost someone close to her friend's age yet. She'd lost like grandparents and stuff. So she lost her shit and then
it was
she
said it was cold in jail.
Yeah, it was cold in jail. So she basically lost her shit and decided to, and she's like my size. She's a little bit wider in the shoulders and stuff like that than me and like a size or two bigger, but
I don't want to fight her.
But she's like Midwest, like farming kid willing to bloody her knuckles to make someone pay. She got a lot of violence in her. I love it.
It's a good thing. No, really,
but
we should hang out with her.
Oh God,
we're not like that at all.
Yeah, no, she's fabulous. But she punched Brandon in the butt cheek, and then she's like her fingernail scratched his arm, so he had to tell the police in detail about his wounds. And he's like, I guess I'm butt hurt. Like, he didn't even want her to get arrested, but I guess in Kirkland, it's mandatory if the cops get called out.
It's like, we got him out.
Someone gets picked up.
Going.
And so she got picked up and she got held in jail.
Just throw the cat out of the house. Here, take the cat to jail.
Nice. Well, Tasha, don't get arrested this year. I mean, we're only a couple days in. Still butthurt over it. It's a great film. Yeah. I love it.
You should let us stay on longer because there's 2 of us.
Oh no.
He can't stay in a hot tub that long, can he?
Probably.
What?
We were like, there's 2 of us, so you want to kill it at an hour? That's not fun.
That's how long everybody else got.
But we're 2.
Oh, whatever.
Hour, yeah. Twice as much fun in an hour, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I have to work at 6 a.m. tomorrow. I'm so bummed about that.
Why
I'm
are you
bummed
working
about
on
that.
a Sunday? Why working on a Sunday?
I think it's because they took 2 days. It took a day and a half off for New Year's, so they're behind schedule. So they're working Sunday.
Well, you get your full schedule then, plus the holiday.
Right, but he gets 12, 4 12s, right?
Yeah, he's already getting.
I get 5 12s this week. Yeah.
So, they like automatically gave him 4 12s on his job, so he was getting 8 hours of overtime a week guaranteed.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm getting 20 hours overtime this week, which is great. So I can't complain too much, to be honest.
Right, getting an extra 30 hours on your paycheck isn't going to kill you.
Yeah, it's nice. So hey, I'm looking forward to that paycheck next week. I got my stimulus money I've already blown through on Mario Kart toys because I'm an adult.
Hey,
I know what happened.
hey, I've also been stimulated, and you know what it did? It bought me pot.
Is that the phrase? Saying you've been stimulated?
Yes, I've been stimulated. I'm the only one on the Mediterranean who's been stimulated so far.
Yeah.
Are you the only one who's been stimulated by Trump on your cruise so far? Huh. I don't know if I'd brag about that.
I am the vigilant whore.
Okay. All right. Well, now we know who's been stimulated by Trump and who hasn't.
I obviously got super into it.
Yeah, it was.
I did drugs
cold,
to forget.
It left you satisfied, and you didn't feel anything.
Hey, I thought we weren't talking about Sean anymore.
I've got to get out
we're
of
talking about Trump.
the bed here soon. I hate going to sleep early on a Saturday night. That is a crime. It is absolutely.
It is. I'm offended for you. I'm gonna drink and do some about it.
Like I said, everybody we're doing these virtual shows with. One of these days, I'm gonna get all come back. We're gonna do an in-person hot tub show because that's more fun than the split
screen. How the fuck are you gonna fit us all in one?
Because he only interviews one person at a time.
Yeah, and there's 2 of you. That's only 3 people in the hot tub.
There's only 3 people in the hot tub. We'd be fine.
We'd be girls. I don't know if me, you, and Alan could all fit in the hot.
I know we can.
Giant hot tub Royal Rumble. That was too much. Did you want
man. Yeah, there might be fighting in your tub. That's not good.
Obviously, I have like
every guest ever, in fact, and 17 people in one hot tub. Yeah, that sounds great.
That sounds like NorwestCon.
Yeah. Oh my God, we put more people in a hot tub than NorwestCon. By hot tub, I mean that.
You mean people stew?
Oh yeah, one of these shows you can just do NorwestCon stories for an entire hour because those are great fucking stories.
Oh man, we have so many.
Well, all right, well, lovely ladies of the Mediterranean, thank you both so much. Next time, I'm glad you guys have something to smoke. It was not a hookah, but next time we'll be sharing a hookah. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I'm going to let you go.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye. Bye.